Dungeon Crawler Cow, a terribly drawn recap. Donut was already stuffing her face when Cow came out from the shower. She's on her third plate of salmon pate. Cow and Donut finished up their breakfast and stepped out to hunt for some mobs. Cow would open up his map and traced his finger along the different hallways. His eye landed on a large room. It looks like quite a few paths lead to it, and it might even have a door. Could that be the Scatterer's nest? Okay, here's the plan. We are going to creep towards their main room and peek inside. If it looks too tough, we'll run back here to the safe room. But the safe room won't open if there are mobs outside. We'll be fast. Donut thought for a moment. Okay, just remember that I can run a lot faster than you. Cow and Donut squashed and blasted several scatterers on their way to the main room. They have both leveled several times, but for Cow, that didn't really mean much as he still couldn't assign new stat points. Donut, however, is growing stronger and stronger. Her enhanced growth buff meant that she gained strength, intelligence, and charisma each time she levels without the need to assign them. She feels significantly heavier now whenever she lands on top of Cow's shoulder. Cow can see the door at the end of the tunnel. It doesn't have any info or notification on his map. They crept slowly towards it. Donut's butterfly charm still jingling with every step. No, entra, Cow whispered. I think that's Spanish for do not enter. Por orden del centro dissolute. I have no idea what that means. The room beyond shows up as a large round space on Cow's minimap. There is definitely something there. Cow tries the doorknob. It didn't work, but the door is not even latched. Cow pushed it open as slowly as he could. He couldn't see anything as the room was pitch black, but he heard rustling noises. Behind him, Donut was poofed out and standing completely still. Do you see anything? Cow asks. There's a lot of level 1 and 2 scatterers. A lot of them. Donut looks scared. There's also something else inside, but I can't really tell. It looks like piles of garbage. It smells like that bag you take when the other guy comes to the apartment. Like tons and tons of wet socks. Wait, what? Some guy comes over whenever I'm at the gym? Focus, Cow. Light a torch and throw it in. Cow felt stupid. He should have guessed. He should have broken out with Beatrice a long time ago. He suddenly felt very reckless. I have a better idea, Cow said as he pulled out a stick of goblin dynamite. He examined its properties.
Goblin dynamite. This stuff is super volatile. It's so volatile that even loud noises might set it off. Keep it in your inventory until you are ready to use it. Be gentle and don't squeeze too hard. Otherwise, you might get the... boom!
The AI shouted the last word in Cow's head. Cow almost pissed himself. Asshole, he whispers to the ceiling. Get ready, Cow tells Donut. He carefully pulls out a Zippo. Run! Donut scampers away as Cow lights the dynamite and threw it as hard as he could into the darkness. Cow's vision flashed red as he received a warning. Danger! Low health. It quickly abated as his regeneration kicks in. Behind him, he could hear the crackling of fire. Donut appeared above him, looking down. Are you dead? She asked. No, I don't think so. Then you better get up. Let's go see what we killed. Cow groaned and sat up as his health slowly creeps back up. Cow and Donut peered in from where the door used to be. The room looks like a dumpster. It's filled with mountains of trash and glowing red from small fires all around. Cow tossed his torch in. The room lit up and his minimap showed dozens of red X's. I think we killed them all. Do you see anything? Nope. Donut walked into the room. You really blew this place up good. Cow followed her in. Donut's eyes snapped to the ceiling. Is that music? Cow quickly checked his missed notifications. One of them was for an achievement.
New achievement. Boss Babe. You have damaged a dungeon boss. Here's a fun fact. This is usually the last achievement most crawlers receive after they've completed their tutorial. Reward. Let's wait a moment before we waste a prize on you.
The door, which minutes ago was blown to bits, magically reforms itself. Silver glowing metal bars appeared, locking Carl and Donut in the room. Skull torches emerged. The ground shook as the new announcement booms and echoes, shaking the walls and garbage.
Boss battle! You have discovered the lair of a neighborhood boss. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to put your game faces on. And here we go!
Carl, I don't like this! Donut ran to scratch at the door, but it wouldn't open. Open the door this instant! Donut, get ready! Carl shouted as he pressed his back against the wall. Pump it with magic missiles! Use your mana potions if you're out! The garbage exploded, and a woman shot into the air. She landed with a heavy crash in the middle of the room. Carl and Donut glanced at each other. That's a human woman. The woman noticed them and screamed. Everything froze.
The Hoarder! Level 7 neighborhood boss! Trapped in piles of trash, abandoned by society. The wall inside her head has seeped out and infected both her body and her surroundings. Now she is nothing more than a garbage troll with her loyal minions. She'll do anything to protect her precious collection.
The moment the description ended, they could all move again. The giantess finished her scream and took a few steps towards them, garbage falling off with every step. Carl's eyes moved up to a health bar. It's already 3/4 gone. His dynamite is way more powerful than he thought. They must have already killed all her minions.
Ayúdame, por favor.
The woman cried as she reached towards them.
No sé qué está pasando. Me duele el estómago. No sé dónde estoy. Por favor, tengo miedo.
Shit, I think she's a person, Carl said, not taking his eyes off her. I think the aliens turned her into this thing. We should help her. Yeah, there'll be a no. Donut fired a magic missile into the woman's chest. It did almost nothing to her health.
Ayúdame.
The woman screamed again. She started gagging, and 2 level 2 scatterers came out from her mouth and charged towards them. Donut fired again as Carl stomped on the cockroaches. He grabbed a metal chain from the floor and looped it around his hand. Distract her! Carl ran around a garbage pile as Donut fired another magic missile. The woman was obviously terrified and forced into this, but she was also vomiting murderous cockroaches. The only thing to do is to take her out. Hurry up! Donut cried as she jumped on top of the garbage pile. More cockroaches are coming, Carl! This is not acceptable!